안녕하세요. 지구수호자입니다. 오늘 오랜만에 방송을 하게 됐습니다. 필라델피아 대 뉴욕 매치의 13번째 경기 바로 시작하겠습니다. 저도 게임을 안 한 지 오래돼가지고요. 뭐요? 그렇죠. 도미닉 스미스 오늘은 빼주고요. 컨디션이 안 좋아 보입니다. 필라? 필라를 3번 넣긴 좀 그렇고요. 린도어가 낫겠죠? 네, 이렇게 깔겠습니다.
The show has baseball on tap from lovely City Field in Flushing, Queens. We celebrate Jackie Robinson Day
오랜만에 하네요.
between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. It's baseball on the show.
재키 로빈슨 데이죠? 그래서 다 42번 달고 나오네요.
Carlos Carrasco gets the starting nod for the Mets. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Man, he pitched really well in this last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it two really strong starts.
Now to the plate, here is Gene Segura. He will lead this one off today. And we are underway here in Flushing as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one.
초구 바깥쪽 좋았는데요.
Take the field here today. They come in here hoping to make it two in a row as they broke a three-game skid with a victory last time out.
Hey, Matty V, you know, if there's such a good thing as splitting a series, Dero, this is the one. They lose the first two games of this series, win game three. They'd like nothing more than to split this series and win game four.
Yeah, Bobby Cox always used to say, you got to take care and beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
오늘 날씨가 정말 좋네요.
Against the really good teams, they have a chance to do that exactly today. Drop the first two, but if they can win today, they split this series and move on.
이번 타자 헤이슬리.
Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Focusing on this lineup, Matt. One thing jumps out at me, they are going to have to be good at situational hitting. The guy on the opposition right now, on the bump, has been throwing the ball great. He's not going to give him anything. I know in today's game everybody's trying to go deep, but I'm telling you, a good hit and run, taking that extra bag today might be the difference between winning and losing.
Chopped weakly to the left. Bases are empty, one man out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
2-2 pitch is fouled away.
몸쪽 슬라이더 좋았어요. 일단 바깥 한번
Now the pitch.
갑니다.
He stays alive, still 2-2. Fouled off.
헤이슬리가 컨택을 잘 해내네요.
Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
The 2-2 one more time. This is popped up.
깎여 맞았고 데이비스가 잡아냅니다.
He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. He comes into this one just 2 for 12 in the series to this point. First pitch of the AB now. A ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1.
높은 쪽.
And he fouls this one off.
커브 하나 던졌으면 좋겠어요. 저 바깥쪽으로 떨어지는 거 이거.
And he'll lay off the curveball. ball leaving the
제구가
dirt that
조금 안
time. It's
되네요.
back to even now at 2-2.
한 번 더.
Swing and a little tapper that goes foul, so he stays alive with 2
커튼에는
strikes.
하퍼입니다.
Another try at 2-2.
아, 잘 보네요.
Works the count back full. Rhys Hoskins would be next. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to first gets him and the side is retired.
3자 범퇴로 1이닝을 마무리합니다.
And now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Zach Eflin will be on the mound.
필리스의 투수는 애플린입니다.
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one, and if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today.
And now in the box, Jeff McNeil. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of
애플린은 싱커, 슬라이더, 커브, 보심, 체인지업.
the first.
주로 싱커를 던지는 투수네요.
Here's the pitch. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Hey, thanks, Matty. This is a big one here, D-Row. They've won 2 of the first 3 of this series. This swing game here, you'd like to win 3 out of 4. I know you're at this point, but boy, a split certainly would not be good for this ball club right now.
Yeah, Dan, to win the first 2 games, all right, you can live with dropping the 3rd game of the set, but you don't want to end this 2-2. You work too hard early to not win this series.
Strike 2 as that's taken on the outside part of the plate.
잘 쳤죠? 안타입니다.
The middle and in for a base hit.
5개인가? 예, 공을 던졌는데 전부 다 싱커. 칠 수밖에 없죠.
Boys are flying around.
필라입니다.
Standing in now, Kevin Pillar. Yes, he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Head-to-head at the start of play against Zach Eflin. He's gone 3 for 6. He's taken him deep once. From the belt, the pitch. Fouled away. Oh, double play ball to second. 4. The tag gets 1. On to first to complete the double play.
당했습니다. 병살타.
With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Matty, I'm a little concerned with the play of Brandon Nimmo. He went 0 for 4 last game, and I just didn't like the way he went about it. Looked like they completely overpowered him, and that's not something we're used to seeing out of this guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to put that behind him.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
You know, we'll see him work both sides.
벌써 홈런을 6개나 치고 있는 린도어입니다.
But he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
아이고야.
Back to the mound. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Mets go down quickly. We are still scoreless. Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Here's the first pitch. Weak grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Now a breaking ball, but it's low.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And a half swing that
똑같죠?
time, but it's a full swing
삼진입니다.
in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And with one away, today, of course, Jackie Robinson Day around Major League Baseball. We had a nice ceremony before the game in honor of number 42, as his legacy lives on to this day.
5번
Stepping up
타자.
is Andrew McCutchen.
McCutchen?
He's hoping to get things turned around here in April.
아, 너무
With
쉽게
an
갔어요.
average down in the 220s. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair
아,
ball.
장타를 허용합니다.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything.
카운트 잡고 들어가려는데
He's got to feel pretty
노리고
good after
있었죠.
that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for.
디디입니다.
Here's Didi Gregorius, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
원아웃의 위기가 찾아왔습니다. 매치.
Very weakly on the ground. And it's fouled away. Another 0-2 coming. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
This is a perfect
맞췄어요.
example of why the
너무
slider
몸
is
쪽으로
such a great
파고들었습니다.
pitch and such a dangerous pitch too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
Couple of runners on base with one down, and that brings up JT Realmuto. First pitch of the AB on its way. Skied into very shallow right. Conforto.
3루 못 가요.
coming in and put
네,
away
못
for the
가죠.
second out of the inning.
의미 없는 죽음을 당했습니다.
Next up is Brad Miller.
자, 여기를 잘 넘어가야 될 것 같습니다. 매치로서는.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Fouled off. A pause and the 0-2.
그렇죠. 3구 삼진.
Fastball, strike three called, and the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning now, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball one. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Outside 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there.
좋은
Good
공
pitch.
주지 않죠.
But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Ball three, not close with the
3-1입니다.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
And he fouls this one off.
풀카운트.
The 3-2 pitch.
커트해내는 알론소. 이거는 위험했어요.
Foul ball. The next 3-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him
삼진입니다.
out.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto.
콤포토 걸렸어요. 넘어갑니다. 그렇죠. 노리고 있었습니다. 싱커 그대로 받아쳐서 선제 솔로 홈런.
Fourth home run here in the early going, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
싱커가 올 줄 대략적으로 알고 있었고 그대로 받아쳐서 넘겼습니다.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a
파워
very,
타격을 했습니다.
very
이번에.
good hot
네,
streak.
또
Batting six. The third
그다음에
base.
타격감이 좋으면 JD 데이비스로 이어집니다.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
잘 쳤는데요. 이번에도
Back goes Harper.
장타성 2루까지 갑니다. 여유 있게.
That's what happens when a slider doesn't do what you want it to do. That was just one of those cement mixers, kind of just spinning but doing nothing. Nice job of punishing that pitch.
장타 2개가 연속으로 터집니다. 슬라이더였죠? 니모로 이어집니다.
So here's Brandon Nimmo as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. This is on the ground over to first.
일루
He'll
땅볼.
take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Batting eighth. The catcher.
Next up for New York, James McCann comes in.
고수 맥캔입니다.
Hit in 9 tries for the series. Here's the first pitch. And he starts
좋은 슬라이더네요.
with a strike, 0-1.
이번 타석은 좀 큰 거 같은 건 노릴 필요가 없이
Third with 2 away.
안타 하나면 되거든요. 떴는데 파울 지역으로 갑니다.
And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
불리한 카운트죠.
The
0-2.
0-2. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball hit to Gregorius at short.
사나요? 1루에
First, and that'll do
아웃.
it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Off of one leg, in the hole, falling away. That is pure magic. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Zach Eflin.
필리스는
9-1
애플린부터 시작합니다.
Zach Eflin.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Left side. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone.
공 한 개로 애플린을 처리합니다.
Now batting.
So it's back to the
다시
top of the
타순이
order
한 바퀴
now,
돌았죠?
and that'll bring in Gene Segura. He's set and the pitch. In there for strike one.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout. This guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. And Now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away.
변화구 제구가 조금 잘 안 되는 면이 있어요.
We'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
속구 위주의 피칭을 할 수밖에 없게
One out, nobody on.
컨트롤이 잘 안 되는 면이 좋습니다. 몸쪽 공 속았습니다. 깊숙했거든요. 저거 치기 힘들죠.
They're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering it pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Here now is Adam Hazley. No balls and one strike.
문제는 헤이슬리예요. 오늘 타격감이 굉장히 좋아 보입니다.
Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul.
Hey, usually the second time through the order you start seeing an incorporation of some
많이 유인을 해야죠.
But this guy's locating and feeling really good
그렇죠.
about his fastball.
속았어요.
And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over.
블로킹을 잘 해놓고 1루에 던져서 아웃시킵니다.
1-0. And now here is Carlos Carrasco. He'll get us going in the home
매치도
half of inning number
피처부터
3.
시작합니다.
Carlos.
First pitch on its way.
Nope. Ball one. Count 1-0.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
Nope. That's a ball.
야,
It's great to be able to face a
이거 안
pitcher to lead
잡아주네요.
off the inning and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0 and he's licking his chops for a fastball.
3-0 now.
투수한테
It's amazing how
3볼.
guys can lose focus sometimes when the
아주
weaker
좋지
hitters come up,
않습니다.
especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the
이거는
attack,
뭐
minimize
기다려야죠,
pitches and
뭐
get these
하나.
guys out in a hurry.
And that's in there. 3-1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
And that's in there on the hands. 3-2 now.
풀카운트까지 갑니다.
And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. So with one gone, a reminder that New York Mets baseball continues all season long.
매치는 금요일에 콜로라도 그리고 다음 주 화요일 날 컵스 경기가 있습니다.
For the Mets, Jeff McNeil, second at bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first.
Not an easy thing to do when you're in a leadoff spot, but that was a good piece of hitting in his first at bat, an opposite field base hit, which leads me to believe that this guy's going to cover both sides of the plate.
0-1 the count. This is on the ground over to first. Hoskins grabs it cleanly, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, left fielder.
Next, it'll be Kevin Pillar. Now the first pitch.
필라가 애플린한테 강했네요.
The windup and the 0-1.
그러나
really fooled him with that one.
계속 커브를 던지고 있어요.
With this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect
까다롭게
the plate,
가고
and he'll
있습니다.
have another
애플린.
shot at it here. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a little chopper up the middle, scooped up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Down in order go the Mets, but they're up 1-0. Into the box.
4회로 갑니다.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his
하퍼부터
only
시작합니다.
so far. First offering on its way. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Harper behind.
완벽합니다. 제구도 완벽하고 로케이션도 좋습니다. 얼어붙어서 바로 삼진.
So after getting the strikeout on the
멋집니다.
fastball, not a bad time to
3구
check out our
삼진.
pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And we've got two guys bringing some serious gas for you, as you see there. Top speeds 96 and 97. No balls and a strike to count. Bases are empty, one man out. One ball and one strike to the Phillies first baseman. Hard hit ball to second. On to first, and there are two down.
Up next for Philadelphia, the left fielder.
Two are gone in the Philly fourth, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Dangerous curveball that time, but laid off as it drops into the top of the zone.
노림수가 있어서 한번 좀 특이하게 던져봤습니다. 그렇죠. 포스파 플라이로 이번 이닝도 마무리가 됩니다.
Phillies down in order. They still trail 1-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning.
Lindor.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he can't get out of the way of that one. So the leadoff man
린도
will be
몸에
on
맞는
to
공
open the frame.
출루합니다.
I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt
아우,
that badly.
아프겠네요.
The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
So here's Pete Alonso. He'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball one.
알론소한테는
One thus far.
처음 승부할 때 굉장히 좀 피해가는 분위기가 느껴졌거든요. 이번에는 어떨지.
And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at one.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
하나 더 봐도 될 것 같아요.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in there.
작전 걸겠습니다.
Off and running is Lindor. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
런앤히트를 한번 걸어봤고요. 이번엔 안 걸고 그렇지 투투입니다. 한 번 더 걸게요. 투투.
Lindor on at first. Nobody out.
알론소가 타격이 되니까
He's running again. Swinging
그렇죠.
softly on the ground. And he won't even think about second.
병사를 면하기 위해서
Sure out.
런앤히트를 걸었습니다.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael Conforto.
A man at second with
차 타석
one down.
홈런이
And up
있었던
next,
콤포토.
the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto.
또 똑같은 공 던질까요?
Now here's the first offering.
던졌습니다만 잘 잡았네요.
How about that?
애플린도 고집이 있네요. 홈런 맞았던 공 그대로 던졌어요.
So two are gone in the Mets half of the
위치도
fourth.
비슷하게.
And to bat next will be JD
그러나
Davis.
결과는 안 좋았습니다.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
이번에 한번 띄웠는데
He's under it, and that ends the inning. Mets strand one, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with
하이디 만나고
I had a
오겠습니다.
chance to catch up with manager Joe Girardi during the commercial break about the Phillies offense. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more
Leading off
strikes.
for Philadelphia,
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Didi Gregorius.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
첫 타자부터 출루를 허용합니다. 좀 사인이
Take a look at the numbers.
안 맞은 것 같아요.
He's
이번에.
only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
At the plate, JT Realmuto.
그렇죠. 2루 아웃, 1루에 아웃.
First, and they turn the double play.
병살타로 위기를 극복합니다.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
Stepping in now, Brad Miller, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 1, went down looking his first time up. And there's ball 1.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you
린도어
6 inches off
수비범이
east-west.
보여줍니다.
The throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Phillies go down quietly there. They're down 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Brandon Nimmo.
The center fielder, Brandon
First pitch on the way.
Nimmo.
That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
The 1-2. Swing.
아, 삼진입니다.
Realmuto
많이
gathers,
떨어졌어요.
and he makes the throw to first. Nimmo is retired, and there's one away.
Now batting, catcher.
So the next to bat will be James McCann, grounded out in his last at bat. And a curveball in for a strike. McCann swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He was taken in the second round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Yeah, doubled up on the slider away there. Got him to go after it before, so why not see if he'll offer at it again?
2-2 to the Mets catcher.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
And a full
count.
for James McCann, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count's
잘 쳤습니다.
Swing and a ball lifted
우측에
in the air
안타가
toward the line
됐고요.
of right, and that's in there, base hit.
출루합니다.
Now batting, the pitcher, Carlos Carrasco.
Into the box, Carlos Carrasco, wanting to avoid the
잘
double
됐어요.
play here as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does
Sacrifice
his job,
bunt
as it's a
성공입니다.
successful sacrifice.
Now batting, number 42.
So here's Jeff McNeil, 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
맥닐은 초구부터 노릴 필요가 있어요. 네.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
적극적으로 가야 됩니다.
That's inside. 2-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not?
필라하고 승부를 하려나요?
Wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
The 2-0. Hit in the air down the left
잘
field line.
쳤습니다. 우측에 안타입니다.
Down as this ball falls.
맥닐의 1타점 2루타가 터집니다.
As a run will score on the play as well. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here.
맥닐의
He just
적시
takes what's
2루타.
there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
좋았어요.
In now, Kevin Pillar. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Hoskins trying to get there, and this is going to be a foul ball. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired.
그러나 맥닐의 추가점이 터지면서 2대 0으로 앞서 나가는 매치입니다.
Alec Bohm will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
자, 잠깐 쉬었다가 다시 돌아오겠습니다.